Hauling the brood around doesn't have to mean giving up style or performance. Audi's Q7 has been ferrying fashion-forward families since 2006. For 2025, the second generation gets its second freshening. New front fascia with a more rugged look? Check. Tweaks in the back, too. The profile remains the same. Handsome in its pragmatic Teutonic attitude, it's got less of a Mentos vibe than Mercedes GLS, without the survivalist look of the Lexus GX 550. Shoppers also might be thinking BMW X5, Cadillac XT6, Lexus TX, Land Rover Defender 110, and Volvo XC90. If you have a larger family and you want to drive an Audi, then the Q7 is what you're going to be looking at because the brand does not make vans and the Q8 only seats 5. The Q7 lives up to its name. Every trim level seats 7. I'm at an Audi event near Park City, Utah, where the Four Rings folks are pointing us auto riders onto beautiful winding roads. We're driving the Q7 and the V8-powered SQ7, so this video is kind of a twofer. Starting with the Q7, the base engine is a 261 horsepower 2-liter turbocharged inline-4. It starts at $61,800. For a more Audi-grade experience, buyers should search the couch cushions for $5,300 of change and upgrade to the 3-liter turbo V6 that I'm driving. It makes 335 horsepower and 365 pound-feet of torque to move 5,100 pounds of SUV. Handling the cog swaps is an 8-speed transmission. The selector has ingot-like weight and heft. It's really nice. Manual shifting is done there and here. Every Q7 comes standard with this, so all wheels are driven. All-wheel steering is an option on the Prestige trim that I'm driving. Audi Drive Select means a handful of drive modes. As you can see, this has an air suspension, standard on Prestige. Max ground clearance is 8.4 inches with about 3.5 inches of overall travel. I'm near Park City, Utah, which is at elevation, and you have to remember that gas-drinking cars lose power in those situations. But this is turbocharged, so not nearly as much. EVs lose no power, but, you know, not everybody wants an EV. We're talking 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. The engine is super smooth, and it's got plenty of oomph. I'm on a 2-lane road here, and if there were a slow-moving RV, I could pass it no sweat. Even at altitude, there's no issue on the drive route's steep grades. Fully kitted out with an MSRP just shy of $89,000, the no-miss option is the $1,300 rear-wheel steering. It makes U-turns a joy. Q7 is athletic, a pleasant surprise for parents who take driving dynamics seriously. It's poised on this winding pavement. Steering weight is about perfect. The Q7's drive modes really do make a difference. For example, you're hauling the family around, throw it into comfort, and everyone will be happy. But then there are times like this when you're on a nice twisty road and all alone. Throw it into dynamic, and it's not bad. I mean, you know, come on. It's not a sports car. It's a 3-row SUV. But it's entertaining. The ride quality never gets flinty. With acoustically laminated side glass front and rear, this is a hushed ride. Mash the throttle, and the turbo V6 is a distant burble. Its economy is lower than most in class. On specified premium fuel, the EPA average is 20 miles per gallon. Q7 is not available with a hybrid powertrain. The 4-cylinder is going to be a little bit more efficient, but at least this isn't as thirsty as the SQ7. A great segue. For those with the need for speed and the wallet it requires, the SQ7 is a rapid transit system. As tested, this fully optioned Prestige trim with soft closing doors and extended leather interior package retails for $116,000 if you're thinking of raiding the kids' college fund. All-wheel steering and sport adaptive air suspension are standard. SQ unlocks the $6,000 S Sport package with active roll stabilization and sport rear differential. It's ID'd by red brake calipers. There's purposeful rubber on 21-inch wheels. 22s are an option. The SQ's cabin gets an attitude change, even down low. Wood trim is switched out for this. Yes, it's real. Gulping premium gas at an EPA-rated average of 17 miles per gallon, the 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 pumps out 500 horses, 568 pound-feet, and a baritone growl rivaled only by Elvis and Johnny Cash. Quattro all-wheel drive and the 8-speed remain. Front discs grow an inch to 15.8, better to handle the V8's extra 154 pounds.
SQ7 has the V8, so duh, it's going to be faster, about 1.5 seconds quicker to 60 miles an hour, according to Audi. I think it's faster than 4 seconds flat. And then there's the sound of the V8, which is lovely. I love EVs and their instant torque, but I gotta say, I'm gonna miss that sound.
At speeds I won't admit to hitting, for professional testing reasons, of course, SQ7 is supremely composed with the faint, smooth rush of wind sounding like a sharper image white noise generator in the next room. It's easy to drive fast, kind of hard to drive slow.
Considering the weight, the ride height, and the fact that this has seating for 7, it really shouldn't be able to carve up corners the way it does. I mean, it's sort of like a sports car for 7 people, and the chassis is the same one that's used under Lamborghini Urus and Porsche Cayenne.
The S Sport package noticeably tames body roll. It's genuine fun hucking the SQ on Utah's well-maintained roads, and its lack of law enforcement on them. There are a few rough patches of pavement. Even in the most aggressive dynamic mode, my spine is spared. Kudos to the suspension team.
As you might imagine, fuel economy, not so great. I am driving this very hard. I'm getting about 14 miles per gallon on premium fuel.
At least it's a hard worker. Both the V6 and V8 can tow up to 7,700 pounds. Audi has a reputation for crafted cabins. It's not resting on its laurels. This is the Q7 interior with open-pore wood. Yes, of course, it's real. 2025 models don't look much different from 24s. There's no wall-to-wall LCD screen. That seems to be the rage these days. Audi's digital cockpit approach is more traditional for those preferring that vibe. New for 2025 is the ability to add themes to the cockpit, including MLS team livery. Themes change the screen wallpaper and the dramatic ambient lighting. Each one is under $15. I only had my camera with me in the daylight, so it doesn't really show. At the prestige level, Audi delivers excellent LED headlights with laser light. Once Uncle Sam gets around to updating the rules, Audi can unlock their full potential. In the meantime, an owner can choose the DRL pattern. Same goes for the taillights on prestige trims since they're OLED. Q7's heated, vented, and massaging leather seats are quite supportive, though I would prefer more aggressive bolstering in the SQ7 considering how hard I pushed it in curves. The Q7's $4,900 Bang & Olufsen 3D audio is rich, punchy, and immersive. Thumbs up there. The interface doesn't seem to change much for 2025. Graphics are crisp, the layout is simple, there's haptic feedback and good response. No knob operation for those that hate fingerprints. The same haptic touchscreen approach is used for HVAC operation. It's down low and can't be used by feel like physical controls. The phone charger is here, which takes up a lot of real estate and reduces storage. The usual spots help organize stuff. These are nicely finished, by the way. For those that need Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, that's a thing. Wireless too. As I said, all Q7s accommodate 7 butts. There's no option for captain's chairs if that's a deal breaker. The ability to recline and slide should make anyone sitting here comfortable, especially if it's just two in this row. 3 large adults will gripe a bit, and they'll need to deal with the fairly large spine. At least they get separate climate zones and heated seats at the Prestige level. They can charge their phones, too. It's a luxury vehicle with some luxury touches. The big glass roof makes it feel more spacious and airy. For families using it a lot, getting to row 3 is kind of a hassle. For starters, if there's a car seat installed, it needs to be removed. The second part of the operation has a hefty German feel, but might be a bit much for kids to operate. If my 5'9" frame is any reference, adults won't want to spend much time here. At the very least, the middle row needs to be slid forward most of the way to get any semblance of legroom. I know you all like the TP trunk test, but I checked and the closest Costco is 29 miles from here, so not gonna happen. But, I got my luggage here. Like any 3-row SUV, space is limited behind the third row. In this case, it's 13.6 cubic feet. That's good for, say, 3 carry-on suitcases. The air suspension can be lowered for easier loading. This is where the subwoofer and tire repair kit live. Q7 does not get a spare. Tires are run flats. Row 3 is powered both down and up, which is helpful for smaller folks. These controls are duplicated near row 3, by the way. Considering the cramped third row, I can see the Q7 doing most of its duty as a 5-seater with just-in-case flexibility. It doesn't have the interior room of the Lexus TX. Unlike many in this class, folding all of the seats offers up a completely flat load floor. Max cargo room is 68 cubic feet. The 35-30-35 split in row 2 offers up a lot of flexibility when it comes to hauling cargo and/or people. Whether it's the Q7 or the SQ7, Audi offers up a handsome package that's satisfying to drive. Right size, too, for those that don't like ginormous vehicles but still need seating for 7 in a pinch. It can get pricey when optioned up, especially the SQ7.
One more listen to that V8.
It's not as roomy as some competitors, and there's no hybrid powertrain efficiency. Maybe a full redesign will bring those. The updated 2025 Q7 continues to deliver the crew in comfort and style, while bringing drivers a little joy. If you're a graphic artist watching this, you might notice that Audi has flattened its 4-ring logo, which, if you don't know, represents the automakers that came together to make the brand. Now, on events like this, I typically run around like a caffeinated squirrel, and this one had 4 vehicles. I'm doing a separate video on the Q8 and SQ8. This did not help my time efficiency. I had to double back and find my GoPro once I stopped a few miles down the road and discovered it was gone. At least nobody ran over it. At some point, the footage is more valuable than the camera. Hope you got something out of my look at the 2025 Audi Q7 family. A reminder that Audi brought me to Park City, Utah, put me up in a nice hotel and fed me good food. But the information, that is very accurate because you deserve that. These things are expensive. It's a big investment. I take that seriously. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel and click notifications. Follow me on social media, and if you've got a question, leave it in the comments. I'll try to get to it. That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.